Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Hensley, and today is Friday, May 26th, 2017. It is 9:55 a.m., and the intentions for this video or event are just to kind of brainstorm and share stuff off the top of my head um, that I'm kind of like wanting to like kind of go after. Uh, so like I don't know. Basically, I'm a wannabe artist, musician, computer scientist, and programmer, software and hardware developer and engineer, and like audio programmer and stuff. Um, and I'm essentially wanting to create a startup that I've named Orion Company and Open Source Studios, uh, for now at least. Like, and like fictitiously, or like there's fictitious names. Um, and I think I'll be using like uh, these names in and through my fiction. So basically, like I dream of creating a like multimedia and tech startup that I call Orion Company and Open Source Studios, as I said. And basically, like Orion Company is like the umbrella company, and Open Source Studios is like a child of Orion Company, and like or whatever. And basically, what I'm wanting to do is like I want to focus on creating like artist and developer tools and utilities, and like I don't know. It's like I eventually want to get into creating like virtual instruments and things, like virtual instruments and synthesizers, and I don't know. There's a lot of things that like I really like really want to do, but just like I don't know how to like go after it. Um, but what I'm thinking is that like I've been studying into business for like quite a while, and like have learned quite a bit about it, but like I don't know how much I've like actually held on to. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff kind of in my like subconscious that is just waiting to be like channeled out or whatever. But at least that's like what I'm hoping or counting on. Um, like I don't necessarily know that like uh, that's the way things work, but I know like the brain really doesn't like forget shit. Like your unconscious or subconscious mind remembers like everything supposedly. It's just a matter of like being able to bring it up and like kind of channel it out or whatever. But anyway, so what I'm thinking is for as far as like this like startup goes, um, I'm wanting to create products. Like I have all these different like products and services in mind that I'd like to provide to my uh, community and stuff. And basically, I think in order to like kind of get some sort of like uh, validation, I think I'm gonna try to get or create a some sort of like MVP or minimum viable product. Um, and like that's kind of what I've been studying into lately is like how to actually create a minimum viable product. And I think what I'm gonna do is like try to set up like a Mailchimp account. I think it is, and I want to create like a sign up form for like a mailing list and like a questionnaire uh, on like what it is that like you kind of want from uh, like these products that I'm wanting to build or build out and create. Um, and like basically, like I have a uh, kind of like a dream product that I kind of want to like. I think this is gonna work. Kind of what I'm gonna be like working on, uh, creating a minimum viable product for to see if there's any sort of like uh, demand for it at all, and like try to see what I can get away with in reality, and like what it is I can offer to uh, my community and everything. So, pardon me. I'm wanting to create. Uh, well, I don't know where to start with any of this actually. Um, I'm not sure what it is I want to build up or build out first. Um, I don't know, but I'm gonna start off by saying this first. Uh, a large part of what I'm wanting to do with this startup and company, um, this Orion company and open source studios, uh, is I'm wanting it to be like open and open source. That's why I want to name it Open Source Studios. And as I said, like these names, oh, I think I said this, like these names are already taken, Orion Company and Open Source Studios. That's why I'm using them for like fiction or just for storytelling or like for variableistic purposes, I guess. Um, but yeah, like I'm wanting to like get into uh, basically like video blogging or vlogging as it's referred to as. Um, and like I want to create like a I don't know, like ultimately like I'm wanting to create like a website and blog uh, with like a social network and forum, like kind of centered and built around like this like I guess this like company and this brand that I want to build out, and like kind of around uh, this like kind of my dream product that I'm talking about. Um, and like I'm wanting to create like an e-commerce store in like a marketplace or whatever, uh, so I can sell like all kinds of different stuff. Like like I really want to create like a really awesome brand, and like this startup is a multimedia and tech startup. So like design and like art and everything is kind of part of what I want to do within like the multimedia part. So it's like I really want to like create T-shirts and like apparel, basically, or like what is it called? Uh, Merchandise or merch. Um, but anyway, I'm wanting to like basically stream, like live stream, uh, like everything that like my company is doing, uh, so that like we can like I don't know. It's like I kind of want to create it to be like that show Big Brother, but it's like I want it to be online or on the internet, and like I want it to be about uh, what's like instead of it being like a game show or whatever or a reality show. Well, it's kind of like I kind of want it to be like a reality show, but like I don't uh, like drama and bullshit, and like I know a lot of people like kind of believe in that stuff as like being part of like what drives ratings and stuff. And like I'm not saying that that shit doesn't happen in reality, but like I personally feel as though it's like kind of like synthesized or like uh, manufactured to happen in reality shows just for the ratings and stuff. So like I'm not like about that at all. Like I'm not into being fake. Like I don't get into fake reality shows. Like uh like I'm more into like National Geographics and stuff. But then it's like about humans and like our lives in this like company. And so basically it's like I'm wanting to set up a video and audio array in and through my studio. Like once I have a studio to do it in, Until then, I'm just gonna be like, you know, kind of doing this sort of thing, like this video blogging, and just like sharing my thoughts and dreams, and uh, like basically sharing my attempts to render this shit manifest. Like I don't know. I'm really like have been. I've really been inspired by like a lot of stuff. But like one thing that pops into mind is the film and like or the series The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It's like a film, and like she wrote like a book or a series of books, and like there's like an audiobook of The Secret and stuff too. But anyway, like in this film or in this like well in the book and everything, like in this series, they talk about this whole like law of attraction thing, and that basically like I don't know, it's like they try to get you to realize or like wake up to the fact that like we create our reality, like or that like you create your reality, and that like nobody else does. And like I don't know, I think some people maybe would take it too far and like believe that like uh, they're alone in their like creation or whatever. But like I like to think of reality as being a co-collaborative, co-creative event, or like life being a co-collaborative, co-creative event. And but basically, yeah, it's like we do create reality, like and like we've done a pretty fine job of it. It's like it's pretty crazy what like human have accomplished. Like not to you know go super deep or anything like that, and like thought, but uh, human are pretty like remarkable creatures. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I'm wanting to create like this whole like project or venture, uh, to be like live streamed and like broadcasted on the internet, to be kind of like a kind of like case study or something, like a something to learn from. Like that's the whole reason I'm wanting to be like transparent, or so transparent and open with like my community and everything. Uh, but yeah, it's like I'm wanting to create uh, this like social network thing. Like I don't know, it's like I want to create something that like supersedes uh like Facebook and MySpace and stuff. Like something that's more uh I don't know, like I want to say like more uh like developer or like power user friendly, where it's like you're capable of altering and editing your your page and like customizing it like you could with MySpace. But it's like I want the security and elegance of Facebook, and like I kind of want to I don't know, there's like I said, I want to create like a e-commerce site and marketplace so that like basically I and others can sell their work. uh yeah, I have so much in mind for all of this. um Anyway, I'm wanting to like basically live stream and record uh like our like what's going on, I guess, in the studio 24/7. And basically like I don't know, I'm kind of wanting to create like some sort of like fandom or like celebrity. um like I want to celebrate uh developers and engineers and programmers and like artists and musicians and like all sorts, just like I want to celebrate uh hard work and I would like to like honestly make I have always wanted to make people famous, but like for good reason, like not for being like a fucking I don't know, like there's a lot of people who are famous for like crazy ass shit, like for being I don't know, like look at Kim Kardashian, like she's kind of famous for being like in a sex tape. I think I think that's kind of like where her fame started or began. And like I don't know, there's just like people are do it's like it's crazy what people are willing to do to be uh like rich and famous. Like human are willing to do like almost anything for like fame and like for riches and everything. It's like it's so like it's like really very odd to me, and it's like really strange to me. Like how many people are famous and like it interests me like why it is we make the people who are famous famous. Like why in the world had we made like some of these people famous? Why are they so like uh, in the spotlight? Is it because like they're entertaining or what? I'm like assuming that's what it is. I'm like guessing it's about like the entertainment value. I don't know. It's like it's kind of like really quite shocking to me and like a little upsetting how like much money is spent on like sports and entertainment and like art and music and everything. And like I don't know, it's crazy how much energy and time we spend like on entertainment and entertaining ourselves and each other. Like we put a lot of like effort and like a lot of energy and like a lot of time and life and like work into entertainment. Like I can't wait until like artificial intelligence is like creating and producing stuff for us and like we're capable of kind of like separating ourselves or distancing ourselves from uh, some things. Like I think that'll be really epic, really, 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 really super cool. Anyway, uh, so yeah, um, so as I said, I'm like a wannabe artist and musician, computer scientist and programmer, software application and hardware developer and engineer, designer and like audio programmer, etc. Uh, and like essentially what I'm looking to do is create like a startup around these things, around my like hobbies and my passions and dreams and so forth. And like basically yeah, monetize these things and like attempt to make them like self-sustaining uh and like if possible like profitable. Like I would just be happy with like creating something that's like self-sustaining and like have like to where it has like some sort of uh, longevity and like uh, or like yeah some sort of expected longevity or uh, expectation to like stick around for a while. Like I'm really wanting to create uh, this company or this startup to be like uh, as I said, it's like a multimedia and tech startup. So it's like I want to like publish and produce or create like music and like works of art and softwares and stuff and like I'm wanting to uh, I don't know how to explain this all. There's so much that I want to accomplish and do. Like I'm wanting to publish and produce and like create fiction, like novels and comic books and uh, flash fiction and short stories and like I'm kind of wanting to build this or create this startup uh, to be kind of like centered around this story. Like I want to create like a fictional uh, story of how like this company came to be, just for like entertainment value because it's like we're a multimedia company, right? So it's like entertainment is like part of the game. So it's like basically I'm wanting to create my company to be some cross between Apple and Disney. Um, like not only in uh, way or style, but in uh, like uh, kind of in like scale. And like I'm wanting to basically like create this startup to be like I want to franchise and like create this startup to be super like modular and well designed, like not necessarily cookie cutter, but uh, replicable. You know what I mean? Like where there's kind of like a recipe and like industry like secrets that can be offered and shared. like I'm not sure how I'm gonna like create this shit, but it's like I don't know. I don't know how to like even like express it or like communicate it well. Like that's one thing that like I'm like really kind of ashamed of and I'm like kind of like self-conscious about is like uh my communicative ability or my ability to communicate well, you know what I mean? Like uh I often feel as though like I don't get my point across well or well enough. Like I don't make I don't make enough sense. Like I feel like it's difficult for me to like communicate and connect with my audience. Like I constantly am saying like, do you know what I mean? Like I don't even say it like intentionally. It just like kind of pops out. But like if you ever have any like uh questions or like um whatever, like you're more than welcome to uh comment below. Uh and it's like it's really appreciated. Any like comments or questions or like kind of leads or anything like that is like uh, very much welcomed and like uh, yeah, I'm very thankful for it. So so back to what I was kind of sharing with with or about like this software I want to create. Um, I've named it just for variabilistic purposes. Again, like it's a fictitious name or just a placeholder for now until I find something more appropriate. Uh, but I've named this software uh, Flasher because like basically it's like a like something akin to or like some sort of like kind of clone of Adobe's Flash. Not really, but like that's kind of what I'm like basing it off of partially. And basically like what it is I'm wanting to build is a like a like studio utility and IDE or integrated development environment. So it's like I want it to be like a like graphic design tool. That's what I mean by like a studio utility. Like I want it to like be able to or I'd like you to be able to um like draw create both like vector and bitmap graphics. And like if you don't know what that means, like um, basically it's like uh, I want to create something like Adobe's Photoshop and Illustrator, but it's like I want it to have like a code editor in it, like kind of built into the software, like Adobe's Flash. Um, and so like my competitors or like possible like partners would be like Adobe, um, Apple, Microsoft, and like uh, I don't know who else would like uh, I'd be like competing with, but like basically it's like I'm wanting to create um, like tools and utilities for this multimedia and tech startup, and then like be able to license out like uh, these softwares or these like tools and utilities out to other developers and companies. And yeah, like I don't know, it's like it's something that I haven't been able to find. Like I haven't been able to find like a reasonable replacement to Adobe's Flash. Um, like Adobe actually like uh, they like rebranded uh, their program or application Flash as being Adobe Animate now, and so like Flash is like dead. So it's like Flash was like my probably one of my favorite programs, and it's like kind of what got me into like programming and or coding and uh, like drawing and stuff. So it's like I named it Flasher as like an ode to Adobe's Flash. Um, but like I said, once I find something more appropriate um, and like something marketable or brandable, like I'll go with that, I guess. But basically, it's like I want to create this software to be like a like lightweight and like modularly designed in the sense that like it's like expandable, like it can be expanded upon with like assets or like extensions like widgets and plugins. Like basically it's like I want to create uh, like a companion or like uh, something akin to uh, Unity's uh, Unity 3D or Unity game engine, and like something like I don't know, I don't know, like uh, basically it's like I'm wanting to create stuff that's like companions or like a companion software to Unity's game engine and like Blender 3D, and but basically it's uh, like I want to create something for uh, software and application development and like design and like a studio software. So it's like kind of in one software. You can design and engineer and program your software or application, and then like I'd like this software to be uh, I like to create it to be universal and cross-platform, mobile friendly, and what I refer to as like pseudo mobile first. So it's like I want to have like a mobile companion software or application that goes along with the studio software. So you can essentially like use your iPad or your Android tablet, like eventually, as like a drawing tool, and like basically I'm thinking like I don't know, it could do like almost anything. Like the thing about this software and application is like uh as I said, I want it to be like expandable upon using like plugins and widgets, or like extensions basically in the form of plugins and widgets. And so like uh basically all sorts of things can be like created for this software and application, and it's like kind of just like a um I don't know, it's just kind of like I think of it as being like just the framework, or the just the start of it pretty much. Like like basically I want it to be like the WordPress um of software and application engineering and development, design and like whatever. And so um I'm basically wanting to create this whole thing to be like uh, a freemium product where it's like free and open source uh, to like um, kind of like individual developers and like small studios or whatever, or like I don't know. I have to do like a lot more due diligence in order to like refine this like uh, business model. It's like I basically want it to be like a tiered business model where it's like the base uh, model is free or is a freemium, and it's like I want to do this because I want to like I want to get this into like users' hands, and like I don't want like uh, the cost of it to be like kind of like uh, like I don't know. I don't want it to break your decision to like buy it or whatever. Like I don't want the cost to be like a variable. I just want it to be uh, like free to get into and like free to play with and like free to study and learn, and then like I want to make it like an open, like as open as I can. Like I said, I want my like company's name to be like open source studios, uh, at least conceptually or like hypothetically or like fictitiously. Um, but yeah, it's like I want it to be an open platform for people to develop on and through, and then I don't know, like I don't know how to like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I want to basically like have extensions or like plugins and widgets and things that uh, like are sold and are offered as like software as a service. Um, and so it's like it's free to start, and then like you can buy all these like accessories and stuff to where it's like once you're into the platform, like you'll be in it for the long haul. Cause it's like so easy to get into that it was almost like it's too good to be true. Like I want my stuff to be like it's too good to be true, and like it's just so surreal and epic. But then it's like I don't know. There's a lot of stuff like that, like in my mind. There's a lot of stuff that's pretty like epic and surreal, and like more and more every day. Pardon me. So anyway, I don't even know like how or where to begin with creating this like software. Like I'm not a software like developer or engineer or programmer or anything like as badly as I want to be. Like that's a lot of why I want to do this is because I want to like basically like recruit talent to like educate me and teach me of like the ways of the like the ninja programmer. Be able to like fucking I don't know do all kinds of crazy ass programming ninja stuff. So what else can I like uh kind of like uh I don't know. What else can I share is what I'm looking for. Um so yeah, like uh I'm a wannabe artist and like writer and stuff. I'm really obsessed with like the idea of writing fiction, like short stories and flash fiction and like novels and shit, like Harry Potter and Star Wars and like whatever, or like Disney, or like Warner Brothers, or Marvel or DC Comics. um, so um, something that I'm like super passionate about and interested in is artificial intelligence and machine learning, and like I'm wanting to uh, like instantiate and create an artificial intelligence that I've named Orion after the constellation in the night sky and after my dad who showed it to me. Um, like I kind of named like this artificial intelligence after like that memory, so it's some kind of like personal to me. Um, but yeah, I'm wanting to create like this artificial intelligence that can like operate and control uh, through like uh, verbal commands, um, like my studio and my smart home and stuff. And like basically what I've like dreamed of doing uh, is I've dreamt of like uh, instantiating, creating like and like personifying this character Orion through like fiction and storytelling, kind of like what Walt Disney had done with Mickey Mouse and like Disney Company. uh, to where like Mickey Mouse is almost like real in some like fictional sense. Uh, like that's what I mean, like to personify, instantiate, and create. Like, uh, so yeah, like I want to start out like creating Orion as a fiction character in my story, and then like create a kind of like a toy version, like of an artificial intelligence, right? I want to create Orion to be like a real artificial intelligence, uh, like that, operates and runs on your computer or your mobile device or whatever, um, or essentially like in the cloud. And like I'm wanting to uh, create video games and stuff about this character, and comic books and novels, short stories and flash fiction and stuff, like a whole story series or a whole series rather, like I said, video games and stuff. Um, and like I want to create like a brand around this AI. Like I want to make it like really popular, like uh like I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm gonna create uh basically Orion and like his creator to be like vigilante superheroes in this story or in this series, kind of like I want to basically I want to cater to and like market towards uh like adults, like like kind of young adults whom are in like college and university and stuff. um like not necessarily like a YA novel or a young adult novel, but like adult or a novel for adults. um just because like um I want to be free to be able to be myself and like not I don't know, I have no interest in catering to or towards children, like Disney and like um I don't know, but I want to be more uh like Batman and Deadpool and stuff, like where it's like darker and kind of more or less like, as I said, like adult and mature, like the Suicide Squad and stuff like that too. But like I want to have like don't know, just like I guess like mature content. Uh, Mostly uh, like I'm not really into violence and stuff, but uh, like I'm really into uh, the like concepts of life and death and uh, like I'm gonna be studying into I don't know. I have to get over my thing of like not liking violence because uh because I want to create like a like vigilante superhero anti-hero like super assassin character. Like that's who Orion's creator comes to be, ultimately comes to become. Um, like yeah, I don't know. Like like I said, I want Sam Gray, who is like Orion's creator, to be like Batman and Deadpool and stuff. Um, and then I want Orion to be kind of like a genie from Disney's Aladdin, but instead of him being a genie, he's an artificial intelligence. But it's like I want him to have that same kind of like character or like that same kind of like animated or cartoony sort of character to him. Um, where like Sam is more like dark and kind of fucked up. Like he's like a I don't know, he's like a kind of like a loner and like he's a computer hacker and like basically like he created Orion um kind of like by mistake. Like it was by accident, but um like I don't know exactly like how it actually came to be. Like I'm not a like as much as I want to be, I'm not a writer or storyteller or anything. Um, I'm hoping to uh, be able to make some friends and stuff who are good at storytelling and are good at writing. Like I want to make friends who uh, are like technically inclined or talented in that way. In the sense that uh, I don't know. Like I don't really want like a co-founder. Like I kind of want to be like the sole founder of my company, and, like the president and CEO of my company. But then it's like I want to like uh, basically recruit talent from all over the world, and then yeah, it's like I would like to like uh, I think I'm gonna create uh, Master Ascendant Inc. or Incorporated. Um, like that name came to me in a dream. Master Ascendant did, and Master Ascendant is like uh, basically Sam's like vigilante name. Like it starts out as being his like gamer tag and username, but then it becomes his like vigilante or superhero name, Master Ascendant, and like basically like uh like in this story, uh Sam is like he's like 27 or 28 years old when he comes to uh invent and create Orion, and basically like uh Sam creates Orion as like he creates first like this neural net, like it's for machine learning. So like he creates this neural net, and basically like a what's referred to as a bot, like almost like a robot, right? But just a bot, um, that like basically uh, scrapes information from the internet and like feeds it to this like neural net, um, that which like then uh, like compartmentalizes and organizes all that raw data and information into something uh, like a virtual mind or like a virtual brain, uh, that which uh, is Orion. So basically Sam creates Orion as to be like a virtual personal assistant and secretary, or just a virtual personal assistant, I should say. Um, cause like he's a pretty smart dude, and like he needs like an assistant, so he decides to create one because like I don't know, he's like technical that way, and he has trust issues with like people. Sam isn't like a people person at all. He's like really reserved, like kind of like the brooding uh like strong silent type, I guess. Um, like I kind of think of Orion as being like a kind of like Frankenstein's monster, and Sam is kind of like Dr. Frankenstein. So it's like I kind of want it to be like a mad science story. It's like I kind of had like a string or series or array of um, what is it, like like themes and genres of story. Like I wanted this story to be like a like action adventure, um, dark comedy romance, uh, mad science story thriller, mystery, or something like that. Like I can't really remember. It was definitely like a action adventure dark comedy romance, like mad science story, and like it's a series, so it's like it could be a lot of things, and like a lot of the reason why I had like created this story to begin with, uh, like to be as it is and like to be a series and everything is because like I wanted to have something that I can work on for like the remainder of my life, and something that like I can like explore genres with, and like basically it's like I've wanted to create this like whole series and story uh, as a kind of excuse to uh, study, because like I really enjoy studying and learning, and like I really love to like share what it is I learn, and like essentially like teach others uh, what it is I've come to learn and understand if like they seek it out, I guess. Like I'm not really like, I don't know, I'm not a teacher at all. Like I've always dreamt of being a professor, like a university or college professor, and like I don't know, to be able to teach and stuff. But I'm definitely not. Like I hope to and like want to do a whole bunch of stuff, and uh, like that's definitely kind of like up there and is like a part of my personality and character. Like the whole professor thing is like like I'd like to be like an art and science professor, and or something like that. Like I don't know. I kind of have dreamt of creating my own uh, like university, like of like unorthodox learning, like an unorthodox university or alternative education. But like I said, I'm not a teacher, and like I don't know, I'm not like that well organized. Like I'm actually like really uh, quite disorganized, and like that's something I'm definitely like aware of, and like I'm trying to better. Like I would like to be more of like uh, I don't know, like a well kept and organized individual. But like I kind of just want to be able to be human too, and not like live with a stick up my ass. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be able to be myself and like not try to be anything that I'm not. And like I'm definitely not like an organized person. It's like I can't say like I don't believe it wouldn't help a lot. Like I feel like if I were more organized, like life would be so much better than what it is. Like if I had my shit together and like some sort of like kind of plan where like I don't know. It's like I'm like screaming for guidance and like I have nowhere to go. Like or no idea where to go. Uh like I'm really 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 fucking lost. And like that's where it's like I feel like I need like uh I really need like someone to like bounce ideas off of, like I don't know, it's like I want to hire a like a technical person, like a software engineer and programmer who could like actually like build this stuff for me. But it's like I don't have like the means to hire anybody yet. I am hoping I will within like a year. And like I don't know, like I kind of feel as though uh, this could be kind of seen as like a an MVP of sorts. This video, like a minimum viable product, um, where it's just like I'm sharing my concepts and ideas with like my audience and community and stuff, and like definitely like begging for feedback from you. Um, like that's why I like to ask for people to comment, rate, and subscribe because like I definitely want to like I'm doing this like it's not only like about me or for me, it's totally like about you and for you. Um, but it's like I don't know my audience, like I don't know my community like at all, and like I'm not sure how to like kind of like get any sort of validated learning done, like without you. So like I don't know. I'm gonna need to create like a better MVP than this though. Like this is just like really sloppy and I don't know. It's like it's really nothing to like uh I don't know. I don't know what the phrase is. Like I honestly find my dreams to be like kind of laughable and like as serious as like I take them, like I don't believe in them and like as passionate about all of this as I am, I don't think it'll actually like come to render manifest. Like especially if like I have no help. And like I don't know who like would or could possibly help me. Like I don't have any like friends or anything really. Like I do know people. I do have Facebook friends and stuff, but like nobody that like I really know that well or like believe uh, would be like interested in helping me. Like I think most people I know have like jobs and stuff. Like I'm unemployed, and so all I focus on and like think about is like how the fuck am I gonna like make money and what it is I'm gonna do with my future. It's like my family tells me not to like worry about money and stuff, but like I can't help it. Like I want to be making money. I don't want to be just like a parasite or like a leech. Like I want to I want to be like self-reliant, I guess is like the word or the term or the phrase or whatever. Um, I wish I believed in myself more than what I do. And like I wish I had like people to back me up that believed in me. And like, you know, it's like I have my family and stuff, and that's all cool, but like it'd be cool if like I had, you know, people that were like a little bit more like I guess they like little like more unbiased. I think the word is, or like unbiased, where it's like they don't. Uh, I don't know. Like they don't have to support me. Like the reason why you'd support me is because like uh, maybe we shared or like hold a common like vision, or like you believe in what I'm like what I have to say or whatever. Like I would like to have people to back me up that like don't feel like they're obligated to. In other words, like I would like to like I don't know. I would like to be like supported and well liked by like people who have nothing to gain from me and like just like me for who I am. But it's like it's hard to find like honest and sincere people who like just like you for being a friend or being a good person. Like most of my experience with uh, life and humanity is that like usually people like want something from you, and like as soon as like you have nothing to offer, like they bail. And it's like I kind of feel like that stems from when I was a kid. Like there's some kids that uh, like I tried to hang out with, and like they wouldn't let me hang out with them unless I like had toys for them to play with. Like I don't know. It's weird how like shit can like just stick with you like that for so long. And it's like not even like really conscious or anything. It's just like it becomes like just a belief. It's like I wonder how much our beliefs like actually like structure our reality. Like if we do in fact create our reality, like how do our beliefs uh, play a role? You know what I mean? Does it matter what you believe? You know what I mean? Like do beliefs matter, or like I've kind of always felt as though like life was kind of predetermined or predestined to like kind of unfold in the way that like that which it does. Kind of like how I think of life is it's kind of like I kind of think of it as like a movie where it's like just because like you haven't uh, yet seen the end of the film doesn't mean that like the end isn't already there, right? Like you're just kind of stuck in the present. Like it doesn't mean like the future doesn't exist or like isn't already like rendered or there, but like I don't know, it doesn't mean it is either. Like we supposedly have like freedom like freedom of choice and all of that, like supposed like God given gifts sort of thing. Um, though like not everybody in the world has like the right to free think or a right to like speak freely or like express themselves, which is just like really odd to me. It's really odd that like human rights aren't like equal around the world. Like that's just kind of like absurd to me. Like I don't know. I have like a problem with like I don't know. Uh, I have a problem with inequality in the world. Like I'm sorry to like go off on tangents and to rant and stuff. Like this is kind of what I imagine my uh, video blogs being like. Like I can't seem to like keep to a topic. Like I just kind of like uh, as I said, like go off on tangents. But yeah, it's like it really is bothersome to me that like we don't have uh, like equality around the world or equal rights for all like living like breathing things. And it's like yeah, it's I understand that like there are people out there who fight for these things, but like why people would oppose or fight against rights, like I don't get it. And it's like I really don't believe in like war or anything like that, but like I guess that's probably what maybe a lot of war is about is like this whole fight for equal rights. But like I don't know. I don't know what war is over or about. Like I imagine it's probably about a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know. Like I wish the world was like better than what it is. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and like end this video. It's gone on for like an hour and a half or hour and 40 minutes now. Holy crap! All right, so in conclusion, uh, or to conclude, basically like the gist of this whole thing is that like I'm wanting to create and instantiate a brand and a company or a startup uh, that have like fictitiously named Orion Company and Open Source Studios. Um, and basically, like, what it is I'm wanting to do, or what this like startup is it's like a multimedia production and publication uh, studio and like tech startup. And like I'm wanting to publish and produce and create all sorts of different like products and content, like everything from uh, clothing and apparel to um, like softwares and applications and video games and so forth, like artificial intelligence and stuff, to like uh, like yeah, did I say video games already? I think I did. So yeah, like video games and novels and comic books and all that stuff. And like I'm wanting to really like, or I'm really wanting to like get into creating action figures and like toys and stuff, like kind of from and based off of this fiction. Um, but it's like I don't necessarily like believe that that's gonna happen, but like I know I'm gonna be making like toys and stuff. Uh, hopefully, at least just like action figures and stuff for myself to play with. Using a like I want to get a 3D printer, and like I would like to like uh, have like a 3D printer farm where people can like come in and print their 3D objects that they want and whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much like just the gist of it. And like I'm wanting to like basically franchise this company out, and I'm wanting to create all sorts of like educational materials and like yeah, I'm wanting to do all sorts of stuff. It's just like it's kind of beyond explanation, and like I don't know, I just kind of need to like act on it. You know what I mean? I just need to like I need to do more than what I've been doing in order to like uh, actually like instantiate and to create this stuff. But for like the life of me, to be honest, like I'm lost. But I don't know. Someday, some way, it'll be done. Hopefully. All right. Peace. Thank you for watching, and please comment, rate, and subscribe. If there's anything like strikes your fancy or like interests you, please do comment. And like if you have like any thoughts of how I could uh, better serve you, or like how it is that like I can make or create a better product, um, like please like don't be shy and like let me know. It's really appreciated. All right, thank you again. Bye.